Yo, what up, YouTube? It's man getting at y'all again. And sorry I hadn't brought a video in a while, but I've been super busy. But you know, I decided to post a video for y'all today. I had a free time. Thursday's really my free day, so today is my free day. So I decided to do a commentary, and I want to give y'all my first multiplayer gameplay, and that's what I'm doing. I'm giving y'all my first multiplayer gameplay. I know a lot of y'all might see that I'm a rank 47, but or whatever rank I am, I can't really see on the screen. It's too small. But on this match right here, I was like a rank 47. I'm further than that now. But Horde gives you XP, and it gives you a lot of XP. So you know, I've been playing a lot of Horde, and I know y'all see that sawed off on my back. But see, I'm about to switch from that shit, that garbage, because I use the sawed off in Horde because it's so OP. And you want to know how I know it's OP? Because it kills a grinder just as good, or if not better, than it does than the torque bolt. Matter of fact, it's better than the torque bolt, and it's almost as good as the boom shot. You know, when they get twice the health in Horde, all you have to do is hit a grinder or a boomer or something with like a clip or half a clip of hamburgers, and then you can run up to them and hit them with the sawed off, and it kills them. Hell, torques take 2 or 3. It takes 2 or 3 torques to kill a grinder when they got twice the health. So, you know, that just goes to show you. That just further proves my point that the gun is ridiculously overpowered. And this 3v3 dude, watch how 3v3 starts this match. He starts the match 11-2, but I get a gist of how he wants to play. You know, this game is played like this now. You know, Gears of War 3 is only a sequence name. It's not Gears of War 1 and 2. You know, it's not running around with the shotgun or whatnot, which competitively, Gears of War has never played like that. It trips me out. I see people, you know, talking on YouTube talking about, you know, Gears of War is all shotgun or whatnot. Like, you never played Gears of War at a competitive level. You think it's all shotgun, because your shotgun comes into play maybe 5% of the time when you're playing against competition, or you playing like GB or something like that. Played over 60 career GB matches, and shotgun very rarely came into play. Only in situations like if you got down, if you were the last man alive and they pushed you, then your shotgun came into play. But most of the time it was about crossfiring and all that good stuff. But anyway, I didn't make this video to talk about that. You know, the sawed off is an OP piece of shit, and I don't like it. And it trips me out. People talking about I need to adapt to the game. Epic said they're not gonna nerf it. We need to adapt to how the game's played. That's cool, you know. I don't have a problem with the increased strength of the assault rifles. You know, I don't have a problem with, you know, any of the new stuff they had. Well, I can't say any. I don't have a problem with most of the new stuff they had. The only thing I have a problem with is the sawed off, because it's the only weapon on the game that you don't have to aim with. You know, you have to aim with the National. You have to aim with the. Hell, you even have to aim with the boom shot and the digger. Prices, who is mad, made a video talking about, I mean, showing that, you know, he shot the digger right by the dude's body and it didn't come out of the ground, but he turned in that same direction with the sawed off and got a kill with it. You know, which is ridiculous. You don't even have to aim with it. So, and speaking of Matt, I'm posting one of his gameplays on my channel, so be looking forward to that. You know, I'll leave a link in his channel in the description. He posts Gears of War, and he's a pretty good player. And I met him on YouTube, and you know, I told him I'll post a video, post one of his videos on my channel. You know, I've been busy, been sick and whatnot, and right there I got sloppy, missed both my shots, and got killed. I can take deaths like that all day. Didn't even get mad in the game. You know, but if I'd have ran around that corner and that bitch would have killed me with the shotgun, I mean with the sawed off, I probably would have fucking been ready to throw my joystick through his TV. But, you know, I don't really rage at it like that. I just laugh at it, you know, because it's so cheesy. What really makes me laugh is people that I know that could actually play the game and run around with the sawed off because of how cheap it is. But, you know, Epic said that sawed off isn't OP. I might do a live con. I said on my Twitter, you know, yesterday that I think I was going to record a live com using Hammerburst sawed off and then show them how OP it is, because that combination takes care of every situation on the game. You know, and a lot of people got the misconception that the Lancer is a better assault rifle than the Hammerburst. It might be I don't know if it's a better overall assault rifle. In my opinion, no. And right here, I'm sloppy as hell. I saw that dude on one shot. I forgot all about that Theron guard that I hit with my had him weak, and wasn't even paying attention that we were out of respawn. So, you know, just playing sloppy as hell. But you know, I didn't play TDM much in the beta, or this is my first TDM game on this game. As you can see, I'm gonna get my weapon to versus achievement in this game right here. And I told y'all I was gonna bring y'all my first game, no matter how good or bad I played. I was gonna bring y'all my first game. So I'd played good the last round and a half of the match. Once I figured out how cheesy TDM is, and I was talking shit to Justin and Berserker, and shit. We was in a party last night because Justin wants you to believe that TDM takes skill to play, and I went and played, and I laughed at it because TDM it's just like Demolition. It's maybe the least skillful game type on the game. If you have a good team, all you gotta do is push. What I figured out is, on Dry Dock especially, if you line up a team on that bridge, the enemy will keep spawning in the same spot on every map. Not on that map, because after that I want to see. I said, yo, I wonder if the spawns flip on any map. The spawns only flip on the map if you push into the spawn. If you don't push into the spawn on any map, the spawns never flip. I don't know if they're gonna address this in an update or what, but all I know is the spawns don't flip on TDM. Now, right now you see I'm dead, and I'm telling this dude, I'm like, dude, when one of them come to you, push. And I always have my mic in, you know. Like I told him to push that bot right here, and he didn't go. He said it was 2 people. Yeah, he did go. I told him to push. I said push, but he pushed him with a sawed off. You don't push a bot with a sawed off. You'll never get close enough to use it. So he almost got down. Now he gave away his position, and of course y'all know what's gonna happen. But anyway, TDM is all about spawn trapping. It's easy to spawn trap in. That's why they made this hills and King of the Hill so random, because even though the spawns were random, you didn't know what side they were gonna spawn on. It was only 2 spawns, but King of the Hill now has wingman spawns, and not only does it have wingman spawns, it's stupid ass wingman spawns, which they spawn close to the hill like 80% of the time. So what it's made King of the Hill real twitchy, to where that you have to be on a constant swivel. If you're not, you're gonna get kills. But you know, it's cool. Adjusted to it. Still haven't played Capture the Leader. Not a big fan of Capture the Leader. I was a fan of Submission. They're bringing Guardian back in the first title update. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but that's what I heard. But I think you're about to see me get killed by the Lancer again. Which that gun is way more noob friendly. You can just spray and pray that shit. It's 60 rounds of 8-shot death. I think it's 9 shots. It's 9 shots not active and 8 shots active unless you hit them in the head. If you hit them in the head, it can go like to 6 shots because it has a head modifier, and they took the head modifier away from the hammer burst for whatever reason. I think the hammer burst needs an ammo buff. I think it needs 5 more rounds. I mean, the retro Lancer has 40 and the Lancer has 60, but you get a hammer burst 20. I mean, it should have at least 25. But you know, it's still a better gun for in the 1v1 situation. And right there, I got pissed off at that 3-for-3 bitch. I was like, okay, I had enough of you sitting back fucking playing like a bitch with a Lancer. So that's what I do. Contrary to popular belief, I like running around with my Nasher, even though I will hammer burst the piss out of people. I love running around with my Nasher, but if you make me, I will play like this, and I will play like this at an effective rate. Look at this dude, he got 5 shots on me first. But hammer burst plus strafe beats everything. You see, I strafed the shit out of him, scraped his ass up. He just got shit on. He got the first 4 or 5 shots on me with his Lancer. I was fucking 4-pointed, and I strafed him and killed him. And then his friend missed me with the sawed off, and DJ Darkside come up and clean him up with his sawed off. But you know, whatever. And right now is when I think I realized, I'm like, yo, I killed somebody and I saw him spawn back there, and I was like, the spawns didn't change. I said, I wonder, do they ever change? So I killed somebody. Yeah, here it comes. I killed this dude. I think it's this 3-for-3 bitch again, trying to out-Lancer me. Now, you have no shot at beating the Helm Burst from a distance, because one thing about the Lancer is it loses damage over distance. The Helm Burst doesn't. It's always 8 shots non-active and 7 shots active. That's always, no matter what the distance is. But he had no shot at beating me from that range with the Helm Burst versus Lancer. You got no shot at beating me. But anyway, TDM is cheese, basically what I'm saying. They're gonna keep spawning right there, and I realized that shit. I'm like, people want to tell me this is a skill game type. Give me a fucking break. But you know, getting back to what I was saying earlier, man, Gears of War 3 is only a sequel in name, just like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is only a sequel in name. All these games have scrub factors, and it seems like Call of Duty has affected every developer's mind, and I don't like it. It's like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 added X factor. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was great, you know. This game right here, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 has a bunch of brain dead characters, OP comeback factor, and just stupid mechanics. Gears of War 3 is great. It has one two scrub weapons. The retro lancer isn't that. I mean, it's still stupid from close range, but they increased the recoil. They increased the hip fire recoil. You know, I don't have a problem with it. If I get killed by the retro lancer, it doesn't make me rage at all. The sawed off doesn't really make me rage. It just makes me laugh because there's no countering that. And I was in the party talking to one of Manny's friends named King Tempest, and he stopped playing Gears. He said, and he made a good point. And I could completely agree with him. I told him I completely agree. I know exactly what he's talking about. He said he's tired of having to use his hammer burst in a situation that you would normally use a national in. And you may not understand what I'm saying is that like when somebody is pushing you with a sawed off, you know, you don't want to use the national because the best possible scenario is he miss and you kill him, or second best is you trade. Because you don't beat the sawed off. Only time you beat the sawed off is if he misses. Like if he lands, if he's in kill radius, and you hit him, the best possible scenario is that you are going to trade, and that is a problem, you know. And not on top of that, another situation. He was close range with his lancer, and you know, but I got first shots on him. I get first shot. It's a wrap. But anyway, you know, the best possible situation is if they miss with the sawed off. Second best is trading. That's the only thing you can do with it. And I have a problem with that because you have to aim with, you know, every gun on the game. Like I said, Matt made a video showing that you have to aim with boom shot and digger launcher. You have to aim with those. And I just don't get it, man. I don't understand why there's no explanation to why they added that to the game other than to deal with good players. Other than to help bad players deal with good players in national situation. But you know, these scumbags, they're gonna abuse something that you bring to the game. I let the first dude get away with that sloppy shit in the middle. I didn't let him get away with it. And as you see, I got my welcome to versus achievement. But you know, it's a great game. I'm not gonna stop playing it because even though the sawed off is complete ass, I think that Tight Up Day 6 is by far worse than the sawed off because Tight Up Day 6 was the sawed off from 30 feet away. It was constant one-shot downs from a mile away. So, and not on top of that, the lag was just horrible. And a lot of people are talking about if Gears of War 2 had dedicated servers, they would go back and play Gears of War 2. And I'm like, you can have Tight Up Day 6 and stick it up your ass because I'm not playing with that fucking stupid-ass national. Tight Up Day 6 made me stop playing Gears of War 2. My favorite shooter of all time. Made me completely stop playing the game because of how stupid it was. And the sawed off hasn't made me stop playing and won't make me stop playing this game, you know. So, you know, that's just me. This is my opinion. But you know, I want to bring y'all a gameplay, man. I know I haven't brought y'all one in a while. It's not the best, but I told y'all I was gonna bring y'all my first gameplay, no matter how good or bad I played in it. And I ended up going 10-7, I think. Y'all saw me get my 7th death last round. Like I said, the last round and a half, I only died one time. You know, at the half point of the last round, I died once. Didn't die this round. And I added the old slice player mentality. I went 000s on the hammer burst. And, you know, when people want to play a certain way, I can adapt and I can play better than you. Because 95% of this community is complete ass. And full of scrubs. Even with the sawed off and all that shit, the majority of this community is just horrible at the game. But the vast majority. And look at this 3-for-3 dude. He started out 11-2. Check out his final score. Like I said, once you adjust to somebody how they playing, he went 11-10. He died 8 straight times. You adjust to how he was playing. It was GG no reading. Like I said, if I adjust to how you playing, I figure I'm a better player than you. I can outplay you in any situation. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Be looking forward to another video. I got a little funny little video I'm gonna bring y'all later on in the weekend. Maybe today. Anyway, I'll get it to y'all on the next one. Peace.